Okay, before we get into practice problem 2.7, I did find one thing in the options that I didn't really notice, but usually am kind of used to. So we go into the little gear for our options, and there is this button for scale sketch on first dimension creation. So if you drew a really big box and you put the dimension in and it was a really small number, it would just say, okay, everything is scaled to that one. So I still haven't found the other one that I was interested in, but since we're here, make sure that your auto rotate for now. Auto rotate view normal to sketch plane on creation and sketch edit. That is just handy that it is bringing you into that geometry. We would like to use fully defined sketches, but it won't let you out of it until it's fully defined, which is counterproductive. We don't want to create sketch on new part. That was one of the things that the simplified interface did. So a couple little things that we'll adjust as we go. All right, so let's not let Windows 11 take over on that one on my screen. So we're still in millimeters. Origin located, symmetric about what would be the front plane since the origin is there. Lines, center lines, circles, trim. So they want us to trim something. All right. Well, we'll see what we can trim. And then the rectangles, slots, features, extrude boss base. Looking at our geometry, radius of 20. I'll see which dimensions are going to disappear on me this time, but I'll try to pay a little more attention. So our slot, one end of the slot, one end of the arc or the center of the arc on the origin, origin on the bottom of the part, and we can pretty much do our geometry. So 9 thickness, 38 tall, diameter of 35. So do watch those diameters and there's radiuses unless there's a good reason to change those. We're going to stay with the as drawn. So let's go with the top plane so we can set our sketch. I'm going to go with the slot first just because, and we're going to set the dimension to 14, the overall to 23. And one of the things that comes in handy again with the rectangle is that I can do a corner rectangle, something like that, and set it as a midpoint. But then I really don't need that line, but I just applied a relation to it. So the best I can do here is say for construction geometry. All right, so once again, I very quickly added um, my my geometry with the rectangle, even though I don't need it in that configuration or don't need it to do that specific thing. All right, so the overall then, or from the center back, 86. And I think we're good. That should be enough to bring us to the first 9 millimeters. So we get that geometry in. All right, so decision time. I can open up a sketch on this side and then share it to that side, or on that side to that side. Probably the one that is not intuitive is starting it on the front plane. All right, so this sketch will do pretty much the same thing. I'm going to go into the rectangle and I'm going to select my the line that I'm going to attach the arc to, and I'm just going to stay with tangent arc. And this gave me the diameter. Well, while we're drawing, let's go ahead and finish out the sketch. Make sure I get all the geometry in this time. We're going to go to the smart dimension. It gives me a radius. I know that I can put in the 17 and a half. if the math comes to me, but this was given as a diameter, so you're always able to apply whatever dimension is close and then go back and switch it over to the radius or the diameter, whichever one is called for, just to make it visually clear what is going on. All right, so diameter 14, and now we're stuck in the middle of the part, so to speak. All right, so when I go to extrude this, we used the from before, and in this case, I'm just going to go from vertex and reverse the direction, and the 9 millimeters was typical, just making sure that I don't see something else, and we go ahead and accept it. And then we're going to do the same thing, highlight it, extrude from vertex, and it is overlapping the part, making sure it's going the right way. If it wasn't, we would just toggle the direction, and then we can go ahead and accept it. All right, so let's go ahead and save this one. I'll just do the Control S, and we're doing T-7 now, or 2-7 now for our assignment. And this had a volume of 56,490, so let's see how close I got. And 56,490 grams and 56,489.5 we're right there. All right, so it's not that this geometry is complicated, it's seeing some of the shortcuts. You could always draw the 3 lines in the arcs and do the geometry individually. There's nothing that says that you have to do the rectangles, but once you kind of start connecting some of these tools, or not, maybe not the standard use of the tool, and tying it to accessing geometry, it does improve the workflow and the speed at which you can create geometry. All right, we'll call this one good.